Alrighty then. Welcome. It's a little bit late, about 9:15 at the time of this taping. I've meant to start a little bit earlier. Honestly, I did. But I had to rearrange some things. So, you know, things happen. So, it's the reason why I'm on at the time I'm on right now. Had to do a little switching around of my equipment and gear. As you may have noticed, hey, how's it going, Bill? As you may have noticed that the screen here is a little smaller, and it's also, well, here. I reduced it, and the camera that you usually see my face in is this camera here, but I got it pointed to the palette, so I just moved it. The other camera is now pointed at my face. Obviously you don't see it because I don't have it on. The switcher is still here. My camera switcher is still in the same spot, but I just don't have the 3-view going, so that's why you see such the small square on the bottom right hand side. I have no clue of what I'm going to do with this very disturbing green color I put on this board. It's 12 by 18, in case you're wondering. This is actually watercolor paper, and I glued it to some foam board. So yeah, I'm glad to be back also, Bill. I have to kind of make myself do it just to get back into the swing of things. So, but all right, let's I guess get to getting, I suppose. I got one more color to put out here. Now the paint you see, obviously it's a little watery. Well, it's liquid, more or less, not watery per se. It is pretty thick stuff. Okay, it's a touch or two above craft paint. It's still thick. It's just not like this stuff here. Okay, but it will still do the job. All right. Okay. And let me. I didn't put any glycerin on, so at least let me do that. At least for the top part, so I can put the sky in. Now it's pretty warm here in my room, so the glycerin's fairly watery. I don't need too much of the glycerin. As you notice, I didn't put no tape on the edges this time either. But I don't need too much glycerin. A very little bit will do, trust me. Okay. I did a different approach to gluing my watercolor paper on the board. This time I used just Elmer's glue in a paintbrush, really. So you see a few of the bubbles, everything, but they won't be noticeable once the paint is on there. And like I say, I don't need really to cover the whole board with the glycerin. Won't really be needed. All right, and we're gonna just start with once again we'll start with the sky. I'll just take the both colors, so blue, the light and dark blue, we'll just mix it in there together. Okay, it'll get a pretty interesting sky going on, and plus it'll somewhat cover some of this green that I have up here. This very disturbing green. It's just, I don't know why I chose a color like that, but I did. All right, let's get a little bit more. I want to kind of really cover up that green a little bit. I'll go a little more into the blue. We're going to obviously mix and stir this stuff around in a second or two. Okay. I'll add a slight touch of white. Maybe up around in here. Something like that. Just in one corner. Why not? Hello, Mariel. How are you? I was just explaining to people who will look at this later and to Bill about me coming back, and I meant to do this much earlier, and it just didn't turn out that way. And I'll go on my customary circular motion, very light. It's just to get rid of the streaks, okay, the brush strokes. And I wanted a little bit lighter on one side, and we'll work with that. We'll work on that. Really 3 hairs and some air, very light touch with the brush. Once again, just to smooth out some things here. Okay. The more you use it, the more it blends in. And I don't want to overdo it, so it's a very light touch. Not really concerned about stuff on the bottom there. I really ought to have a game plan to as far as subjects to paint. I usually, be honest with you, don't. I just come here and whatever idea pops in my head, that's what I do. Not really the best game plan, but I've done it for so long. This brush, when you clean it out, it retains a lot of water, so you gotta... Yeah, I have a slew of them, of blending brushes. Yeah, you just haven't seen this one too many times, but I got a bunch of them. Yeah, just a Walmart makeup brush, really, you know. But yeah, I got them in different sizes and all of that. Hey, Sonia, how you doing? Okay, let's well, I guess, you know what, let's do a hill. Why not? I guess I'll show it to you with this. The paint's still wet. Let's just start with some kind of hill, something like this. And it comes down across like that. So we'll do some kind of hill. All right. Let's get I want a nice deep color to block this in. So let's get a little bit of dark blue. We'll put it over here. Get a little bit of that brown. Slap it in there. It'll gray it out. Okay. And this might not be the correct red, really. But I guess that'll work somewhat. It'll be all right. Okay, we'll just block in the mountain or the hill. We'll make it a hill. And I'm just blocking in color right now. The glycerin, as you can see, makes it really slippery, easy to blend. Okay, right now, once again, I'm just blocking this stuff in. Get a little more color, a little more brown, a little more blue. A touch of red up in there. A little more brown in there. Okay. We'll continue right along. Right up in here. Like I say, I'm just blocking in color. Alright. Something like that. And we'll just kind of bring it downward. I'm pretty sure you hear the TV in the background. Just like that, just block it in. I'm not looking for any kind of path or anything. These hills are going to be green and tree filled. Okay. All right, just like that. For some reason, my new tablet, it's this house. I just get bad connection, Wi-Fi connection out here. All right. I don't know, this palette might be a little small for you to watch. I don't know. But I think you guys can see the colors and everything. As long as you see what's going on. I just wipe off the excess on the side. I got a garbage bag lining the bucket here, so in case you're wondering what the heck I'm doing. All right, I'm gonna try to find a nice ratty brush. I guess I'll deal with this one before I go into the smaller ones. And right now, I'm just going to get some basic foliage going here. Okay. All right. I'll go with some of this darker blue. We'll put it here. Touch of yellow. Instantly turn it green there. Like that. A little touch of that brown in there. Okay. Okay. And what I'll do is very light taps. Now, with this camera, it's kind of funny. I'll hit the focus here because every time I put a layer on, it tends to come out of focus a little bit. As you can see on the corner where the light's hitting it, you know, the glycerin is very reflective, very shiny. Okay. All right, and we'll just start adding little patches of green in here. I'm not going to totally get rid of everything. Now it's going to blend in with the colors you see, and that's fine. That's okay. Because I want the mountain to be a little further back anyway, or the hill. Gotta just stop saying mountain. It's more of a hill than anything. Well, it's going to look like a hill when I'm finished. You can really determine the size of the hill depending on how tall the trees are above the edge, you know. So it's really up to you. I gotta move my head around to see exactly where I'm placing this stuff. I promise it'll look like something when I'm finished. It's more about texture than anything. Like I say, you can barely see the colors, but they're in there. especially here on the right hand side because of the reflective stuff going on there. But we're gonna lighten things up a bit. And I'm gonna use the same colors. Something very odd going on with YouTube. Okay, let's see some lighter blue. Same yellow. Pop it in there. I'm gonna loosen up this paint a little bit, even though it is it's not really super thick paint, but I'm gonna water it down a little bit, get it a little thinner, so I don't have to add as much pressure to this. It's a very, very, very light touch. Okay, we'll start over here. Ironically, where you probably can't see it very well. In a very light touch, just like that, and you just kind of make your own hilly path. Don't try to rush this part. We're going to go across the whole thing like that. I'm going to have to just keep doing it this way because I can't see it any other way. I'm not going to get rid of all that gray that you see. Just in clumps of color though. Now remember, with acrylic paint, once it dries a little darker. Keep that in mind, okay? Getting some more, just tapping on it. It's very, very light taps. See, it's kind of hard for me to see. I have to get up on the canvas here so I can see exactly where I'm going. You'll get accustomed to doing stuff like this the more you do them. And be mindful to tap. Don't drag the brush. Okay. Interesting little clumps. I'm getting some more. Once you find yourself starting to press, you probably have to get some more paint. Move your hand around, move your wrist around a little bit while you're doing it. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, all right. Looking around, I got a ton of brushes here. I'm trying to look at find me a brush that I think I found one. Smaller brush. I'll show you here. I'll show it to you down here. Smaller brush, but as you can see, it's still pretty thick on the. It's not a very sharp edge. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's add a little more. I think I'm gonna go into the yellow. Put it right in here. A little touch of white in there, like that. Maybe not too bright. Okay. All right. So we'll get some interesting hot spots in there. Once again, very light touch. You can kind of judge your light source from here, like this. Wherever you might want your light source to go. Okay. Once again, interesting little patches and groups of clumps. All right. Concentrate on not putting my head in the way. How about that? Now, as I'm doing this, I'm also looking at my TV. Because from some weird reason, it looks like somebody else is doing it, so I get a different outlook on what I'm doing here. So a little brighter over here too. Just some bright patches. Once again, it'll just establish a light source. Helps your eye to move around a little bit. Okay, so it looks like some hills back there. All right, okay. All right. I don't think I need much of this. Let's clean that up a little bit. spent 90 minutes rearranging all these wires and stepping over stuff and tripping over stuff. There. Okay, enough of that. Oh, let's establish a little bit of, I don't know if I necessarily want mist, but let's, no, I really don't want any, not necessarily a lot of mist or anything like that, but we'll see what we'll do here. A little touch of blue in there. We'll go slightly. Now, there's still glycerin down in here, so we'll kind of play around in here a little bit. I'm just laying some of this down here. I'll probably put a little bit of something in here, something like that, and then we'll just add the rest there. All right. I'm gonna use the same brush. And we just kind of take it, and I'm just using the side, and I'm gonna just kind of fluff it up a little bit there. The glycerin still on here. It kind of manipulates it a little bit. And softens all of that. Just give me a nice little bank of something back here. The glycerin is what helps all of this blending. I'll just kind of tap this. I'll wipe my brush off. A couple more taps there. Just diffuse it a little bit. Okay. All right. I really don't want it to be really overbearing. This makes good background for if I want taller trees in there or whatnot. Okay. So it gives you a little plane of what I'm doing is kind of blending out some of those trees. Very light, very light. You can still see details, but they're not as strong. See that? That's how you establish depth in your painting. Okay. So you see it's kind of sharp up here, but it's a little dulled in there. Then you got your little fog bank or whatever. Okay. All right. All right. This is where I hope, I wish I had an even smaller brush. Well, we'll work with this, I guess. Let's get some trees going in here. I really would like to have a smaller brush than this for a fan brush, but I don't believe I have one. I'm looking, hold on. No, I don't seem to have one. But that's okay. I'll do it with this. Let's go into a little bit of blue. We'll put it around here. You guys can still see that. Yeah. I know it's pretty close to the top there. Let's get plenty of this color. Just like that. still want it a little bit on the, it's gray, it's a weird gray, but I still want it on the brownish side a little bit here. I'll just a little bit up with paint. Okay. We'll just start slightly. We'll put one right here, and we'll just kind of tap in some lovelies in here like this. Okay, and we'll vary the heights here and there. You're not going to totally obscure your fog bank or your clouds down there. We'll keep it down here like that. I'm gonna load this brush up so I don't have to really touch it too hard. And add a few in here. You don't have to make them super large or anything. Vary the heights here and there. Right now you're really looking for interesting little shapes and things. I'll bring it down here a little bit further down, and we'll kind of space them out. Put some tiny ones in there. Then we can come on back and add some other ones. Just like that. You don't have to make them super monstrous. But as you can see, that fog helps bring these fellas out in front. Okay. My dog has tumors on his back end, and they're getting bigger, and he's going to have an operation, and he's 13 years old, and you know, being knocked out for surgery and his age is not really a good mix. So hopefully it goes well for him. But he's irritating. Yeah, I think it's irritating him, but he wants to lick and bite those things, and he bled all over the place again. Oh boy, what a mess. So spent a nice chunk of time washing blankets and sheets and stain removal on the couch. Oh boy, I tell you, man, sometimes. Okay, I think I get a nice little patch of something going on in here, just like that. Gather out more paint. I really didn't, well, it's okay if I have it go all the way across, it's all right. Oh, you guys aren't gonna see it because of the box. But it's pretty much the same deal as before. Okay. All right. Oh, what is this? Size 24. It's just a flat brush here. All right, let's move this up and out the way. Let's put it over here, okay? All right. Okay, so we're gonna come on down here. We're gonna get a little bit of glycerin here with a flat brush. And we'll just kind of bring it across down here a little. Remember, a little bit of this stuff goes a long way, okay? Very little. And you can usually see where it lands. If you feel you put too much on, you can always wipe it off also. So never fear as far as that's concerned. All right. Let me hit the focus real quick here again. All right. Okay. Let's go with a little bit of, we'll come with this lighter blue for 1 second. We'll put it somewhere around in here. Okay, I'm not gonna clean the brush. Put it right in there. Mix it in there a little bit. It's all right. All right, we'll get a another mop brush. This guy right there. And we'll just lightly, very light, just blend it in there. Very light. Just blend away. I can take it and we'll go a little bit this way. Go it all across real light, like just like that. We can go on the other side, do the same thing there. Just like that. Okay. All right. I'll just take this same brush. It's called Laziness. I'll get a little bit of the brown. A little bit of blue in that brown. Slight touch of red. That red is really strong. Deepen that again, just darken it up a bit. Okay, and we'll just kind of play around with some reflections down there. Hopefully my head's not in the way. Get it as close as possible, if you can. Something like that. It looks like it might be a little tilted, but we'll correct that. This tablet, I don't even think it's the tablet really. I believe it's just where the router is located. Okay, and very lightly, once again, we'll just kind of go straight down. Now this is where you can actually correct things if it's a little crooked. straighten it back out again. Like so. Just straighten it right back out. Then I'll just take it lightly. Kind of wave some of that. Go in different directions. Make it look like the water's rippling a little bit. Okay. All right. Oh, don't start. Well, we'll kind of put it right about here-ish. Rub it kind of like that. Oh, we'll kind of give it a little edge here. Just like that. Just like that. Okie dokie. Oh, we'll put some real tiny things in there. Probably more red here because it's a little brighter. Something like that. And we'll bring it out here. Come out here a little bit. Some little tiny ones there. Okay. As we come further out, they can get a little longer. If you would like. Something like that. All right. Something of that nature. All right. Okie dokie. My dog is 13 too. She has 13. Oh, she did not remember. We didn't have to have another one. Wow. Yeah, surgery's a little rough on them, you know. So I'm kind of hoping things are all right. Okay. As you can see, our cloud cover is not super bright. Okay. Our hills are there. You got the bright patches where a little bit of light is kind of hitting through. All right, you got some semblance of something type of clouds making pretend there's, you know, they're trying to form. All right, and you got the little bit of reflection of that cloud. Only on this side it's pretty dark over here. Okay, all right, so it's time to slap something very large to kind of even out things, because it's pretty much sort of a medium viewing type of a painting. Okay, let me hit the focus again. Somewhere around there. All right. So we'll throw it. I don't know if I really want a pine tree or whatever. Maybe I think a giant ugly log or stump or something like that. Just something to that nature. So we'll go right into our umber here. I'm not too particularly fond of that version of blue. So we'll do a little bit of ultramarine blue. We'll put a little ultramarine. It's a darker, deeper blue. We'll put that in there. Something tells me I might end up going back to this again, but we'll see. All right, anyway, we'll pop that in there with that umber. There we go. Okay. Now I can add that umber to this. Okay. Here we go. Now I can add a slight touch of red to that. There. See, that dark blue makes all the difference because we're almost hovering almost toward a very soft black. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's kind of pop one. Oh, I guess we'll just kind of pop a guy right in here. Just like so. Make them pretty dark there. You usually have to go over it more than once. The thickness is cool, that I don't mind. Okay. We're gonna put another one in there. Maybe a slightly thinner guy. Like so. Okay. Oh, probably another thick one, bigger one right here. I'll spread him out. Big fella right there. Get a little bit more, a little bit of red. I ran out of umber. A little more umber there. And some more ultramarine blue. Mix it right in there. Put it in there. Now remember, the red is already in here, so all you have to do is really just keep mixing it. And we'll put the giant back in there. There we go. He's a little larger. Okay. Come right down on the edge there. Okay, something like that. That'll be cool. All right. Wonder why it's doing this. Let's do something. I'll reboot it. See what happens. All right, we'll put this brush away. We're gonna get to a thinner brush, so we can throw some branches in there. Just loosen up the bristles a little bit. Go right in here. This is just a very small flat brush. Okay. We'll start with this guy, and we'll just kind of put him in there like that. Okay. And we'll kind of have one kind of come out this way and like that. We'll kind of come out this way with it. Have him come down this way and probably come that way, and maybe one more going that way. All right. Okay. Okay. The big fella here, we'll have him start right here. Come out this way. See, you gotta really give him a nice size, and you know, to separate the difference in size of the tree. Okay. It will also establish distance. Also. Okay. All right. That big guy right in there like that. We're going to go to the script liner for that skinny tree back there. A little bit of water on the brush. When you deal with a script liner, you're going to have to get your paint to an inky consistency here. You know, we'll just give him some cute little things. He'll have more coming out of him there. Like that. And you can like have them kind of curl out this way if you would like. Come on past them like that. All right. You will kind of know which branch belongs to who because of the, you know, the size of the branches. Have him come down, kind of curl around there. I don't too often paint without any borders. I decided to do it with this one. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right. I'm just checking things out here. All right. Okay. All right. Let's put that window on the lower left-hand side right there. Okay. Let's put a little bit of bark on the tree. We'll use a palette knife for this. I'm gonna take the same grayish color. I don't want to waste it, so we'll just use this. It's okay. All right, and just a tiny bit of white in there. Okay. A little swipe across there. And we'll start adding a little textures to the tree here. Oh, I'll do it here on this side. Very, very light. Just be very light if you can. It's hard for me to see because of the glare. So I'll do it this way and use my right hand. Very light touches with the paint break. And we'll get all sorts of interesting things going on with it. Just like that. We'll continue. I like that curve, so it also helps out for the roundness of the tree, like so. Let's play with that up here too. Just let the paint slide. Okay. We'll play around with some of that up here. This fella. Just like that. This same shade, we'll make it a little bit darker. So let's add a little more gray. Just a little darker. And we'll start playing with some of these guys back here. We'll just kind of just tap in a little bit. Really gnarly looking things. Even some for this fella back here. Okay, let's take a little bit of, we'll take the script liner again. I'll get some water. I'll put it right here. So we're going to play with the gray, but we're going to really lighten up this gray. It's just to highlight some of those tiny branches. So it's just a very light gray. And we'll start to add cute little, whoops, didn't mean that. Little highlights here and there. That. Don't have to really do every one of them. Not really, you don't really have to do that. I can even continue and create some more like that. Up to you. Okay, let's take a flat brush. Go back into my lighter gray color just for a second and add some love here. Just like that. I'll even maybe highlight little bits of that. Then I'll just spread that out a little bit. I don't want to make it too. There we go. I can add a little bit of that brightness here because it's in the front here, so we can kind of play around with some of that brighter color of gray just to establish this guy's in the front here a little bit more. You don't have to add too much. Usually on the edge of the tree there. Just to signify it's the lead dog, it's the one in the front. So basically this is really a play on light. Okay. And establish that one branch is in front of the other two trees. Okay. Okay. Hey Shane, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm just looking and checking things out here. Relatively very simple painting. I'm looking, oh, here, let's do this. Let's play with, get some darker gray here. Give him a wingspan. My infamous Kmart eagle. That big guy right here. Oh, I'm just doing dandy. I'm all right. You know what? I really should give him a friend. Why not? Actually, I'll have a friend. He's a little bit lower. Should be able to just pick him out there. Okay. Okie dokie then. Let's put the window up here somewhere. There. All right. It's not gonna work. It can be a little think the eagle needs to be seen a little bit better. Well, not really. I mean, he's in there. He's in there. You can see him. You can see him. He's good enough. It's all right. I'm thinking about putting a little fog, little cloud bank or something. Let's get a tiny touch of white. I can scrape it out here, and we're gonna put a little something right by those trees there, just like that. And we'll scrape out a little more color, and we'll just kind of rub it in there really good there. And then I'll take another brush, a flat brush. A little touch of white, very small. And why not pop it right in here? Come on, right up in here a little bit. A little fog in here like that. Put right on the waterline a little bit. All of it here. Just like that, just kind of scumble it in there. You have to bring it straight across though. Just a little more activity. Why not? Some sense of movement going on back there. There we go. Now I feel better about it. Alrighty. Let's get rid of the board here. It's a lot of paint that I'm wasting. I think I'll just prepare something else with it. Let's see. Can I make it go away like that? Alright, let's kind of center this a little bit better. Like that. You guys can check it out here. And slap the focus on it. Alright, alright. Okie dokie. Well, there it is. Okay. And thanks a lot for checking this out and watching me do this. I'll as usual take a picture of it with much better lighting, of course, and post it on my Facebook wall and Instagram if I remember. I tend to forget about Instagram. So I appreciate it, Shane. Thank you. I do appreciate the people that come in and watch. I don't get very many chatters, but I do appreciate you guys coming in and watching. Do me a favor, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment or something. Greatly appreciate it. It helps me out. Let's get rid of that. Let's darken that up again. like that. Okay, we're good. Like I say, I'm slowly trying to get back into this thing. Which is why my paintings are probably a little bit on the simple side. And I think I don't know, I might go on a different avenue, different route, who knows. With these paintings, I don't know what I'll do, but it'll be something. Maybe a little different. Don't know yet. So, still up in the air. So, alrighty. I think I'm done sitting in the chair for tonight. Once again, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I shall see you guys when I see you. Take care, be safe. And until next time, bye-bye.